everyone, I am going to show you in this tutorial how to export your rig, animations, your mesh, and your materials out of Blender and into Unreal. It's actually quite easy, so long as everything you want to have a texture has a texture already assigned in in Blender, then it should be assignable in Unreal. So make sure everything in your mesh has a texture at least applied. I don't know for sure if everything needs to be baked, but I did not bake the corneas and I didn't bake the teeth color, and it still somewhat worked. I'll show you what I mean. So without further ado, I have this short little animation. I'm not going to run the whole thing, but here's what you do. You select everything as per usual. Just shift click, file, export FBX will give this a catchy title. And here's how you get those materials to export. You want the path mode to be copy, and then you want this button here to be checked. So if you hover over here, it says embed textures. That's literally all I had to do. All those hours yesterday spent fretting over this, and it was one button click. Anyway, selected objects, face, apply modifiers if you have them, armature. That looks good. And I'm not going to bake animations this time. I'll do that after I export the mesh. Alright, and then with everything still selected, and since this is going to be the animation, I'll just change the title slightly. Still copied, that looks good. And then since I have several, okay, it's not several, I have 4 animations. I do not want NLA strips or all actions to be checked because I'm only making one animation. If you only have one animation, you can go ahead and leave those checked, it doesn't matter. So here we go. Give it a minute. Oh, it says not responding. That means it's working. Okay. Now to bring it in Unreal. So I'm going to open up the mesh first. And we want skeleton mesh, we want import mesh, that's good. Let's see. That all looks good to me. We're not importing an animation, we can uncheck that for now. So here with create new material, we do want that checked. Everything else looks good. Let's hit import all. And we can ignore that, that's all well and good. It's just preparing the shaders, we'll give it a minute. Alright, so really quick here, you'll notice that the eyes are opaque because the cornea material didn't really export from Blender, but that's okay because I've actually already made a transparent material in Unreal, so no big deal. Let's see, I'm just going to change this to the cornea's material. Save. Close that. There we go. Okay, that's so much better. Awesome. And since it's actually a materials instance, I could go and change the index of refraction, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to add the animation. So, here we go. And this time, we don't need it to import the mesh. We've got it paired to that skeleton. Exported time is fine. Now I had trouble with it importing if I did not have this button checked, so I'm going to leave that checked. That all looks good. Import all. Here it is. That's pretty good. So yeah, this was causing me just an inordinate amount of stress yesterday. Like, I can't even tell you. So I thought I would make a tutorial specifically on this. It's actually my first tutorial ever. Also, I actually like the cornea material better from Blender. I don't like the one in Unreal as much, so if anyone knows of a way to bake a map for a transparent material, because I actually do already have a UV map for that. I think that's the wrong eye. I'm just not sure where to begin with baking the material and keeping it transparent, but that's it in a nutshell, how to export from Blender with materials, your mesh, your animation, into Unreal. I hope this was helpful.